Roman Lazarevich Karmen was a Soviet war cameraman and film director and one of the most influential figures in documentary filmmaking, insofar as his propaganda is concerned. He could be considered USSR's equivalent to Leni Riefenstahl, though the comparison is by no means absolute. Communist propaganda. Karmen was a true believer in communism, and roamed the world portraying the Spanish Civil War, the battles for Moscow and Leningrad in World War II, the First Indochina War, and the rise of communism in Southeast Asia in the 1950s and in South America during the 1960s. Karmen was also granted personal access to the emergence of communist leaders: China's Mao Zedong, Vietnam's Ho Chi Minh and Cuba's Fidel Castro, and Chile's socialist president Salvador Allende. Controversy. Karmen's documentary methods were both influential and controversial. His renowned technical ability captured the emotion of war, and the repetition of key shots and framings between film projects became a hallmark, but he would often blur the lines of cinema verite by restaging key battles, including the lifting of the Siege of Leningrad, the Viet Minh victory at the Siege of Dien Bien Phu, and the 1956 landing in Cuba of militants led by Fidel Castro, reenacted as a first-person documentary. In 2001, French documentary directors Dominique Chapuis and Patrick Barberis produced a 90-minute film titled Roman Karmen, an East in the Revolution's Service. The following year, Barberis published a critical portrait, Roman Karmen, a Red Legend. Filmography. 1939, about the Spanish Civil War. 1942, about the Siege of Leningrad. 1942, about the Battle of Moscow. 1945, about the Battle of Berlin. 1946, about the Nuremberg trial. An English-language version of the film called The Nuremberg Trials was also made. 1953. 1955, about the Siege of Dien Bien Phu. 1956, 1958, the first Soviet motion picture produced in Kino Panorama. 1959, 1961, about the Bay of Pigs invasion. 1965, 20th anniversary of the end of the German-Soviet War. 1967, co-directed with Konstantin Simonov, about the Spanish Civil War. 1969, 1972, 1976, about the imprisoned General Secretary of the Communist Party of Chile, Luis Corvalin.